Hey now, it's Sharon, and I'm back to share another policing experience with you guys and a perspective. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. If you're new to the channel, I work for Southeastern City in the US. I'm a retired police officer. I was also in the military, and I'm sharing an experience with you guys in hopes of helping other folks. And with that being said, with today's video, I'm going to answer a question that people keep asking me about. How did you get through the ostracism and the retaliation? And I thought of this illustration probably 15 years ago, and I initially shared it with my small groups at church. And so I figured I'd share it with you guys in hopes of helping others that may be in a similar situation or can use it for another situation. But I'm going to share a video with you guys on how I got through it. And I'll come back to you guys after it's finished. Watch this. Hey guys, this is the illustration I was telling you about. The cups represent you, me, on any given day. And I'll just start with myself. So on Sunday, I would go to church and get filled up with the word, or so I thought. That's why it's blue. And of course, I would start to worry about Monday because I had to go into work, and the retaliation and the ostracism was just such a heavy burden and stress because of, nobody wants to work with the snitch. So I started thinking about that Sunday into Monday. And as you can see, it's yellow, and that should have cautioned me. But of course, you think you're strong and you can get through it. And I would take Monday's problems into Tuesday, right? I think I got it. I can handle it. Nobody wants to work with you and things like that. And so on Tuesday night, I start thinking about problems on Wednesday. I start thinking about problems on Thursday. I start thinking about problems on Friday. Now, this is just Tuesday night, mind you. So Tuesday, I take it into Wednesday. Wednesday, I take into Thursday. Thursday, I take into Friday. I'm carrying all this stress around. And look at the water. It's murky. It's dark. You can't see through it. And Friday night was, the day before my 2 days off, Saturday. And I'm like, God, okay, look, I don't know how much more I can take of this, but I'm stressed. And Saturday night, what do? I have problems, and it's red. And that should have stopped me there. But again, you're a police officer. You're supposed to be tough. You can take it. Tomorrow, Sunday, I go to church, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get it together and keep it together for the week. And so what do? Take Saturday's problems into Sunday. And now I'm sitting in church, and I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do because I'm being labeled as a snitch, and nobody wants to work with me. People are not backing me up. And he said, look, my grace is sufficient for the day. But what you keep doing is you keep going ahead of me. And I sat and thought about it. And he said, stay with me in the day. He said, if you go to Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, he said, you go without me and you don't have me to protect you. And I said, what do you mean? I'm trying to understand. And he brought Psalms 27, 11 and 12 to my mind. He said, I had to go read it. It says, your enemies are waiting for you in the days ahead. Without me, you will fall into their hands and suffer violence. And I'm like, okay. He said, who are your enemies? Who are your real enemies? I said, lack, poverty, addiction to potato chips and fried foods, low self-esteem, lack of finances. He said, those are your enemies. He said, but if you go ahead of me, I can't protect you. He said, who are your enemies at work? And I thought about it. There is no human that's my enemy. It's just people being used by spirits of anger and violence and things like that. And he said, well, take me with you. Do not leave me behind. And he said, my grace is sufficient. And I thought about it, and I said, okay, God, your grace is sufficient. His grace, this is what his grace does to the problems for the day, represented by this paper towel. Look at what his grace is doing. Look at what his grace is doing. Now, mind you,
It's soaking up all the problems. And if I stay there with him in the present, he can protect me from all that from all the other stuff. And I realize that. So I don't go into other days carrying the problems. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I stay in the moment with him because that's my protection. That's how I got through all the days of people looking at you, side eyeing you or not wanting to work with you because they're afraid what the other folks might say. And this is in policing, mind you. So that's how I got through it. Hopefully this can help someone. And remember, guys, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey guys, I know the demonstration, the video was muggy, and I do apologize for that. But I'm hoping the message is clear. As I stated before, stay in the day, stay in the moment with your Creator. Stay in today. Today is Sunday. I don't think about Monday. I don't think about Tuesday and worry about it. Like he said, if you do that, you'll suffer violence. Your enemies are waiting for you. Bills, lack, poverty, disease, illness, that's all waiting for you in the future if you go without him. So stay in the moment. He'll protect you. And he even equated it to this. It's like going on a safari without a guide. I wouldn't do it. I'm sure many of you wouldn't do it. So remember that. Stay in the moment. It's hard sometimes, but once you start doing it enough, it'll get easier. It's gotten easier for me, and I'm not perfect, but it's gotten easier. And that's how I got through the ostracism and the retaliation of people not wanting to speak to you, not wanting to be seen with you by the others. That's how I got through it, and I hope this helps someone. All right? And like I always say, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Check out our online store. The link is in the description, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.